Content warning. Echo can be emotionally intense experience and may not be for everyone. Echo contains themes of adult nature, including violence, torture, drug usage, and harsh language. Viewer discretion is advised. I remember you and Carl got up and did your about alien abductions and anal probes in the desert. And he's as much as he's acting like this is more to defend the two and stop them from getting into something. He did leave that phone out for us to see. He wants us to help him out, get out of here. Yeah, it didn't start off that way, but UFO rhymed with lasso and it was all downhill from there. Anal probes, eh? Ryan grins, reaching over and slugging my shoulder. His angle's off, so it's more like a tap than a punch. Jackson lets out a slight, exasperated noise. That was your takeaway from that conversation? You sound like you got a probe or two up yours, Daxton. Or a lack thereof. Daxton closes his eyes and rubs the flat of his nose, still looking a bit flustered from Flynn's accusation earlier. I clear my throat, speaking up towards the towering equine beside me. But, thank you, sir. I give the large horse a nod of appreciation before taking a hearty glug of one of the glasses. My god, this fucking burns. My muzzle pulls into a grimace as I try to swallow as much as I can. Eyeing the glass, I only got a fourth of the way down the double. Guess I'm designated driver now. Ryan thumbs back towards the door to the aforementioned smoke room. Hey, y'all want to join? We're good, Ryan. Flynn basically pushes Ryan back, shuffling the seemingly attached Casey along with. A long silence follows, and all three of us watch them until they disappear behind the faded wooden door. I let out a long exhale, then placed my face in my paws. I don't know what he meant when he said I watched him jerk off. What the hell is he talking about? I can hear the creaking of the seat across from me. Mike must be sitting down with us. I would take it as the highest compliment if someone was watching me beat off. I'm never leaving my room again. I'm assuming you younglings are also new to this dusky establishment, is that right? Mike speaks up in a southern drawl, cadence that's more bayou than prairie. And you ain't gonna drink that, kid. I'll gladly finish it for you. That's not even bayou, that's not it. The second time doesn't hurt as much, and I managed to swallow another fourth without any tears. Yeah, this is the first time for me. How did you find out about this place? He crosses his arms, leaning back in his seat. The chair creaks in an audible protest. I was about to ask the same thing of you. Was wondering what cute pups like you two would be doing in a place like this. I got a couple of meetings back down in Payton, so I stopped by the casino for a few hours with the one-armed bandit. So I have one of them sex applications you download to your cell phone, right? Downloaded that all by yourself, did you? Daxton comments dryly. Well, can't exactly get my nephew to help me with that one now, could I? You could. It'd just be very awkward. Much like this whole night. Daxton staring at the wood grain of the table, tracing it with his fingers. Bit rough, yeah? Well, anyway, I was on this sex application and this feller starts chatting me up. The huffy one I was just with. He was also staying at the casino. He suggested we come down here for some fun, so I followed suit. The place was packed with Finnick folk earlier. They all went back there, though. He points towards the corner door. So this place is for gay guys, right? That's most probably the case. That's okay with you? A slight smile curls up the edge of Mike's maw, and Daxton is wrought to a brief stutter. I don't give a care, you know. You do you, I'll do me. Maybe I'll do you too, yeah? Oh my god. Daxton looks like he's been slapped, his tail coiling inward. Mike just chuckles in a bassy rumble. Oh boy, that straightened your curls, didn't it? Did you download that all by yourself? You sassy little shit. My phone vibrates. Is that a hail from Tactical? Daxton says as if it's physically painful for him to utter those words. Mike's expression shifts and he looks curiously at the salamander. I check my phone. It's from Flynn. Come to the smoke room alone. Huh? The empty feeling that had taken hold of me seems to alleviate some, and is quickly replaced by a whole new sort of anxiety. So maybe he's not leaving me high and dry after all, but what the fuck is he doing? A hail from Tactical. It's a reference. I hold my phone. Flynn wants me to talk to him, I think. Never straightforward with him, is it? I didn't know kids still watch Adastra. What? Daxton's attention snaps so quickly back to Mike, it's almost comical. I'll be right back. You can text Carl if something and ask if he wants to come in. I push myself off and to stand, realizing that my legs feel kind of weak. I hadn't noticed much at the time, but they were shaking earlier, something fierce. There's a no smoking sign hanging from the corner door. I like the irony, I guess. With a low breath and a straightening of my shirt, I pull the handle and step inside. Also, we have this, so we don't see anything lewd on this stream, and I won't be reading all the sexual text stuff on here. Also, my southern drawl is just pretty much on point at this point. Am I gonna see something? Am I gonna see something? Am I gonna see something? Horrifying. My feet touch what feels like bare soil. With quick check, I realize the floors are wood, just laden with a layer of dust and grime and peanut shells. The smell of spoiled beer, cigarettes, and sweat is a combination of the likes of which I've never smelt stronger. I turn and Ryan's only a few feet in front of me, standing in the middle of the room with Casey. They're fucking. Flynn's next to them, his shirt open and belt undone. I'm gonna block this. The light, okay, that's a lot. That is a lot. I'm putting the shocked face on. The lights pulsate and on and off in frequent intervals. Everything goes from pitch black to a lit up bright, and of course there's not a window to be seen. I hear ambient voices around me. A decent amount of people are here, and most of them are completely naked. Behind Flynn is Gay Corn plays, and on Crooked Mountain Television, speakers and subwoofers rumble with bassy drum bizarre music. Silhouettes of people dance in limp daze, and the flickering lights make the shape look like rag dolls flailing in stop motion. The lights begin to strobe red, and it's overpowering to the senses. Too much to bear. I grab the end of my tail, squinting through the actual smoke. Flynn? My voice comes out pathetic than intended. The music's so intense I can't tell if I'm being loud or quiet. Everything goes black again. I hear the clap and cry followed by a baritone voice. This is what you want. Did Flynn say that? There's a glint in the darkness and I know it's Flynn's eyes. He's not looking at me. His eyes may be aimed in my general direction, yet he's not actually looking at me. But the guy behind him is. Oh, fuck yeah. Ryan cranes his neck some, looking towards me with the big old grin. His long tongue hangs out to the side of his maw. Oh, hey, Chase, come here. I've never been beckoned by a guy currently. Oh, God. Flynn turns away from the duo, facing me. His expression sort of reminds me of how he got when his aunt was talking to him in City Hall. His eyes are a little more open than usual, and his jowls are pulled back along the side of the snout to show his teeth. So you showed up. Flynn limply gestures to the surroundings, right as Ryan bucks hard. Casey curls. I'm not reading most of these. Ryan, meanwhile, is still fully clothed alongside from his red prick thingy. A small crowd has gathered, left beside me. Flynn's attention seems solely on me. He's waiting for me to say something. I step forward, letting go of my tail. Okay. Yanking me over. You know... Flynn blinks, turning to speak briefly to the Fennec. Just give me a minute. This is... I don't know how to feel about this. I really don't, as the shock expression on the screen shows. So I have a choice to play it cool or this is fucked. Like, I don't know what to expect from Flynn anymore. Like, he was a cool guy. We did all those things earlier, but like, this is weird. Would Chase will try to play it cool, or will he say this is fucked? I feel like he would say this is fucked, but I don't know. I'm gonna save over here. This is fucked. I pushed my paws into my pockets. God, how the hell did I go from watching old sci-fi shows and with Carl and Daxton to this? Hey, sorry, wrong door. I turned quickly, trying to figure out the weird twisty door handle thing to get out of here. I hear the rustling of fabric and jingling of a loose belt. Hands grasp my shoulder, and judging from the orange and black pattern, it's Flynn. You can't keep your nose in your own business, you know that. Despite the words, he sounds worried. I clear my throat, trying not to sound too freaked out. Well, you know me, Snoopy journalist. Don't worry, this isn't going in the report. You're not gonna... Yes, we're leaving you hanging, Ryan. You look like you look like you got it covered. Flynn keeps his hand on me, though no longer as tight. So, you did leave that phone out for me to find it, right? Flynn rolls his head as some, debating speaking further. Finally, he looks back down at me. Didn't expect you to bring my fucking roommate. That was awkward as shit. And now I gotta deal with the fallout of all this when I get home. You're the one who accused me of watching you masturbate after making out in front of us. I'm pretty sure he did, or at least someone was. He doesn't seem like the kind of person to do that. And you never struck me as the sort of person who would be dumb enough to bring him along when I tried to make it damn clear just wanted you. I blink. Wanted me? He ushers me back against one of the walls near the entrance. Looking around, I notice that the clientele seemed to mainly fall within two groups. Fennec natives and middle-aged... most of them look like generic dads, would make Flynn's presence here all the more strange. What the hell is he even in this place, Flynn? I feel the Gillis weight shift against me as he shrugs. It's if I know. It's fucking something. Though... it's fucking something, ain't it? It's, you know... He looks at me, seeming to be judging the expression on my face. A fucking sleazy dump. There's a flicker of smile on Flynn's face before the lights come back on. It's laden with a tinge of nervousness. With everything illuminated, I can finally see what the small crowd is all gathered around. Oh, there's an actual tiger in the middle. Okay. Ooh, damn. Huh? There's... Oh. Wow. Yep, I know. Wasn't gonna comment on it with you and your fragile mental state and whatnot. He sniffs, staring ahead while looking tightly lipped. How'd you even find this place? Ryan showed me it a while ago. It was so fucking gross. There was like 4 old ass beavers with And you came back? Did I black out the wrong thing? Y'all saw that. Boy, this ain't fucking ritzy ass Pueblo here where there's 12 gay bars within 10 miles equipped with cheap beer and blowjob dispensers. You get bored. And lonely? Flynn grunts and I feel the weight of his shoulder intensify some. So, Ryan's your friend? My voice comes across more curt than I meant it. Flynn fidgets. The music gets loud for a moment, so we don't speak. He's a friend that's not going to be leaving in 3 days, so he's... Oh... A pang hits deep in my chest. I go quiet. I thought, fuck it, might as well get all the baggage out and show you what I'm apparently all about and shit. You're all about seedy sex clubs? Well, it's just, I can't exactly go telling anyone else in this group about this shit. Oh yeah, Jenna. I was at a bar off the res and was fucking some of your people the other night. How you doing? I frowned, coughing a bit from the passing smoke. The people smoking inside and the lack of adequate ventilation was making my eyes water. God, she's already furious at you. TJ, do you know what sounding is? Because me and the bull guy did it last week, and he had a cross necklace. Remind me of you. God, that's kind of funny. No way, you didn't actually do that, did you? A large gila harums. I wasn't the one getting it in mine, if that's what you're asking. I'm a lizard. I don't got a big one. That's disgusting. Flynn chitters a bit to himself. He doesn't usually laugh at his own jokes, and his tone is actually a bit sheepish. So that's where my missing handheld stylus went? Nah, that was probably Carl. I used one of your parents' cantaloupes for getting off back in junior high, though. Don't remember if I threw it away or not. Again, Flynn fidgets. I can't say I've ever seen Flynn so damn antsy. I'm aghast, unsure whether he's being serious or not, though I might as well counter him. Uh-huh. You sure it wasn't one of the cucumbers? Nah, they weren't big enough for me. To my surprise, he reaches down and grabs my wrist. Look, you obviously ain't warming to the scene back here. That's an understatement. So if we're gonna have a talk, and I ain't pushing you one away from the other for this shit, let's do it outside. I'm not sure what he means by talk. In fact, I doubt he's even sure what he means by talk. Still, it sounds like a better idea than staying back here. I mean, that's what I'm here for, right? To talk to Flynn? Right. Alright, man. I'm okay, but that sounds fine. Flynn gives me a dubious expression. I feel him squeeze my shoulder some. But where you two going? Ryan calls from across the room mid-thrust. A few people actually turn their heads looking at us. Flynn hesitates for a moment before shouting back, "I'm gonna go shit in each other's mouths." I said mouths? What the fuck? Flynn tugs my shoulder and we hastily leave the smoke room. Damn. That was something intense. Never been to one at one point in my life, but damn. Of course you fucking brought Carl too. We come to a stop just outside the building next to the small wash that winds by the parking lot. It's amazing that how fresh the air tastes in contrast to the inside, though I feel the smoke in my fur even now. The bottoms of my feet are also stickier from sources I'd rather not contemplate. For some reason, I'm a bit shaky, like it's cold or something. It still feels about 60 degrees out here, though. The Gila crosses his arms across his chest. His expression remains indiscernible, though his demeanor is twitchier than normal. So am I, though. So, you and Carl like best friends. Why are you upset that he's here? Flynn frowns. I told you earlier, dipshit. This wasn't supposed to be some big-ass gathering. Never thought I'd say this, but you seem like you're ashamed of something. Which I mean makes sense. This place is like... Flynn cants his head some. Already defensive. What? Like stuff you read about. Stuff that doesn't actually exist. Flynn waves dismissively, making a sort of disgruntled noise. I don't know what you want, Chase. I got a feeling about what you think you want, but not what you really want. So tell me what you think you want, and we'll go from there, alright? T-dirt. I dip my paws into my pockets, not sure what to say. Despite the darkness, I can tell Flynn is staring at me with some sort of unyielding gaze. So, I guess we're not going to shit in each other's mouths then? He smirks and stifles himself quickly. He knows I'm dodging. Look at me. Flynn bumps his knuckles beneath his chin to ease my head up. I flinch instinctively. I realize my nerves are more shot than I thought. Calm your shit. He drops his hand. I see the gaze flick to the side, then back to me. Please? That catches me off guard. I let out a big breath of air, tugging some at the fabric inside my pockets. The only person I ever had sex with prior to this break was Leo. I'm not really ready for this sort of stuff, you know? I mean, Jesus Christ, I didn't even think you were ready for all of that, and you're... Flynn, the giant slut? Yeah, I know. We joked about that sort of stuff in there when we were kids. I didn't actually think you'd go this far. Okay, hold on. You're telling me you didn't fuck a single guy for the past 3 years? Yeah? Jesus fuck, Case. You're an independent-ass adult living in the big city? You're not even that ugly. Your body's got a weird lumpiness shit going on. You smell like a clogged shower drain, and your soul patch makes you look like a hipster cunt. But you could probably get anyone you wanted. He looks at me like he's going to elaborate on the last remark, but he doesn't. Thank you? I reach up, touching a bit of my chin scruff again. Still there. I get it. You and Leo being together so long fucked you up. You had your little perfect romance until it wasn't. You were two gay kids in a backwards-ass shitville, woe to ya, and all that. Except you weren't the only two gay kids. There was one more. Flynn brings his hand up to his temple, rubbing at his brow ridge. He steps offward, moving closer to the edge of the wash. Despite everything, I follow him. I came out to you first. Yeah, and that was fucking baffling. He huffs, kicking a crushed beer can into the sandy loom below. You never Took a fucking guess? The curtness of the tone takes him by surprise. He turns my way, his slitted eyes seem to bounce as if he's looking me over. You're horny. 15-year-old ass wanted my dick. I let out a frustrated groan, resisting the urge to shove Flynn into the wash. No, you idiot. You were the oldest, and despite how crude you were, I knew you'd know how to handle it in a way that wasn't, I don't know, patronizing or something. After everyone found out I was like this, people started treating me differently right away, yeah? I was 18, you were 15. You never took a fucking guess. I furrowed my brow, pulling my paws out of my pockets and crossing my arms tight over my chest. I wasn't gonna take advantage of some tumultuous kid whose balls just dropped. That moral quandary didn't stop our supreme group patriarch, though. After that, folks treated you differently, 'cause you had a big ass Latin wolf wrapped around you at all hours of the day. Whinge your ass off about that all you want, but you two were fucking just the worst with that PDA shit. Leo bitches about how the group started splitting when we got older, like it wasn't his own goddamn fault. Who wants to be around that fucking stuff every day? I curl my paws into fists. I don't think I could take Flynn in a fight, but a clean punch to the jaw is starting to feel more and more worth it. So that explains it all then. Gay stuff disgusts you, you think you're disgusting, so you cling to places like this because it's what you think you deserve? I adjust my arm out, pointing to the dilapidated red building beside us. You're a self-hating prick? Flynn stares ahead, going quietly as a large semi-truck passes on the nearby highway. Something seems to change within him, like a switch being flickered. After a moment, he blows a long breath of air before simply shaking his head. Fucking way off the mark. Aren't you supposed to be like a journalist or something? You two ignored all our asses. Carl was your best friend and you just fucking dropped him the moment you started riding the dick of Mr. Football. Did wonders for his self-esteem, really. He turned out just peachy, yeah? And TJ, oh man, what a bunch of victims you two were to his just overwhelming Christian persecuting. Flynn, don't be saying bad words in front of him. He's very delicate. Yeah, I'm a bad guy, but you took some sick pleasure in insulting him and his nice-ass family because of what he is. Even though you two knew damn well he nor his family had anything close to ill will for us dirty sodomites. Then there's Jenna. Remember when you three all used to hang out at Leo's whenever shit got real fucking awful for her? Remember how that just stopped when you two started learning your dicks could go in each other's asses? Remember that shit got worse and worse for her? Remember when she changed her name? Remember when Adam killed himself and her dad did that thing? Flynn steps towards me, hunching down nearly a foot to meet my eye level. Heard you at least found some time to give her a ride out of town when she finally had to run away, though. Since you and Leo were fighting that weekend. See, when Leo and I fucked, you didn't see him cooing about it to everyone in earshot for the next week. I feel my chest go tight. What? Flynn rises to his full hunch height. Without another word, he turns to walk past me. What do you mean? And I follow. Where are you going? He rounds the corner and tries to catch up, but my foot catches on a root. I slide forward and I feel the fur scrape the bark. My body flops somehow and my tail strikes the ground first, bending back and launching me forward like a spring. Next thing I know, my whole body's in the air before I feel the dark, sandy ground on the wash bed meet my face. My ears are ringing and I feel blood beginning to seep from my nose. I lay there unmoving. As I shut my eyes, I feel the sting within them. I realize I haven't cried in a long time.